What's going on, Leo? Welcome to your weekly forecast for the week of July 12th through the 18th. Hope you guys are doing well. We do have Chiron retrograding this week in your ninth house. So, along with Mercury going direct in your 12th, I think there's a lot to say that, well, you're healing your beliefs and like where you want to intake knowledge from and, where are you really going? I think there's a lot, there's this big adventure. This life is this big adventure for you, and Chiron wants you to not only heal yourself, but maybe to think about what you want to take in, so that you have that information to give out to others in the future, and to really take that next step forward with just this adventure of life. And it can be so expansive, right, in the ninth house. So Mars is there too, coming over Chiron as he goes retrograde, giving you the strength to go within and heal yourself, which will take you on this big adventure through life. I think this is this big point. We did have the moon making a 3/4 square, big T square, from your 12th house where the sun's at in Cancer to your 6th house, which is getting scraped clean with Pluto, Jupiter, and Saturn, and then had that big T square to the moon with Mars and Chiron. I mean, there's definitely a lot of cardinal energy, and it's taking place in your mutable houses. So it's like embracing the change so that you can take that next big step forward in your life and emotionally expand and emotionally be ready to go to that next big step in life. And the sun in your 12th with Mercury going direct in your 12th, I think the more you can connect to the subtle side of life, and the more you can connect with your guides and with spirit, the more you can communicate and express where you're really trying to go, because this life is this big expansive adventure, and there's a lot of focus for you on where that is that you're trying to go. But maybe it's not about the destination outside, maybe it's about the destination within right now, and it's really about coming within and focusing the mind on that. And you do have Venus moving a little faster at 12 degrees here this week, starting to pick up the pace and moving through your 11th house with the North Node there. So I think it's about connecting too. It's about definitely connecting to the people and seeing the beauty of people, and understanding that everybody's going through a change right now. Sorry about that, Leo. Everybody's going through a change right now, and the more we can embrace everybody, then see the beauty and the value of everybody around us, maybe the less we'll stress in our day-to-day life, because this is such a heavy energy in your 6th house that that could be very stressful, and it's kind of like changing your routine in your day-to-day life. And it's almost like the sun too is saying, well, instead of focusing so much on the physical, focus more on the metaphysical. And then at the same time, you get the T square to the moon that is really setting up for this, that 3/4 square is going to close out, and we're going to get one more new moon in Cancer in your 12th before the sun moves into your 1st house next week. So it's definitely like figuring out your core emotions and your spirituality and where you want to be, and trusting in the unknown, and also ending things that aren't serving you. Very much 6th house about service. Like, what is service, and are you giving it right? Are you putting yourself into a position daily where you're not stressing yourself out giving service if you're giving too much? It's about health. So definitely time to take care of yourself, and I think there was a lot of put on your emotional body to expand and get ready for just really moving into your 1st house with the sun there too. You guys are going to have a birthday soon, happy solar return coming up, but it's it's interesting. It's really about like tuning in with 2 new moons in your 12th. It's about tuning in and like being spiritually connected, and having that deep spiritual foundation within on an interesting time. And yeah, pull a card. The 9 of Cups reversed. Yeah, I think it's hard right now because you're kind of stressing, so it's hard to find like the real comfort in your emotions, and and to almost nurture and trust your guides right now. But where you really will thrive is if you embrace that 12th house and use it to create the reality you want, and then to make it an adventure even, and kind of just let what happens happen, and not try and force things. It's not a time to force things for you with all this 12th house energy, and even the ninth house. Like, it's kind of just roll with it and see what happens. Like, let life be the adventure it is, and maybe don't put too much weight on it. It's kind of what this week's looking like for you guys. So I'd say focus on your spiritual practices, focus on seeing the beauty of other people, creating win-wins out there in life, and just try not to stress, and just letting reality be what it is right now, because reality is going through a huge shift in your 6th house. So don't stress yourself out right now, Leo. It can be a stressful time there, but the more you just let go and roll with the punches, and let just the adventure of life and the adventure of healing take place, I think you're going to be good to go. Love you guys very much, and I'll see you for the next report. Take care.